Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Talk Books. So, today is a Tuesday, which means that it's release day for books. And as you can tell from the title,
it is release day
for
Confess by Colleen Hoover.
So beautiful.
Beautiful.
So, the book Confess follows a girl named Auburn Reed. And she is looking for a job. She kind of has a job now, but she needs more cash.
It isn't enough.
And she lives in Dallas, Texas. And she goes into an art studio and she meets a guy named Owen. And they kind of share something in common, a few things in common, but you guys will find out. And as the story unfolds, their confessions and their
start coming out,
secrets.
And they need to. It's either it'll make them or it'll break them. You need to find out what the confessions is.
Yeah. So read it and it will be revealed. Also, we got the arc 2 weeks ago, I think. I read it that night. 5 hours later with a cramped neck. And the outcome was pretty
not sexy.
It wasn't pretty.
Wasn't pretty.
You know what I mean. So
it wasn't pretty.
Onto the review. So you think when you start out this book, it's like guy meets girl, they fall in love, things happen, things kind of get emotional, but it's not like that. There's just like all these highs and lows that go on.
Yeah, Colleen was able to have a plot that was very suspenseful. Yeah. Like, it was also kind of like a puzzle. Like, you couldn't figure out what was really going on. Like, you know, like as the book went on, you just kept trying to connect the dots.
Yeah.
But you were wrong. The more you get into it, the more the story unfolds, and it's like, okay, what's gonna happen now? And it was just always like up and down. Like, I did not have a moment in the book where I was like, all right, this is like kind of getting slow. It was always something happening.
Yeah, because in this book, they kind of go from her apartment to his workplace, and it's just like back and forth. But it's almost like it's okay because it's the way that she wrote their life and their relationship that kind of was simple but just enough. You don't need them to go here and there and go on these adventures. Just the way that they interacted was just enough. And I kind of like that. Once you kind of go deeper into the book, these characters' lives impact you, and they definitely grab hold to every emotion that you have, just to kind of see all their ups and downs and what they go through.
And even though, I mean, nothing that happened in the book I can relate to, but I still felt like I can relate to the characters. I absolutely love that the characters are so honest. I mean, they're not really honest at the beginning, but their personalities and their characters are just so real and honest that I just got so attached to them.
Very quickly.
Very fast. Like, in the beginning, I was like, I love you guys.
It was also great to kind of see how they interacted with each other. Like, he's definitely up there with one of my favorite guys that I've read.
Oh, he's up there. Yeah, he, like, you know how we're talking, and he probably got into my top 5. I don't know who got kicked out.
It was just the way he was and just how he talked to her and the way he treated her. He was just so nice and just so lovely.
He was nice.
And his point of view was just like...
It was his point of view was on so good, and it was so nice to be in his head every other chapter.
He was complicated, but at the same time...
He isn't. Other thing about Auburn, she just turns 21 in the book, but as you kind of get to know her, she still acts like she's a teenager.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't drink. She's not
have a homebody. Work.
She's not about going out and acting stupid.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see her you know,
kind of blossomed.
Come out of her
shell. And he kind of helped her. He didn't like push her.
No, like he's honestly the perfect support.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah,
like,
he kind of gave her that rope that she needed to have.
Like, he told her things that she never heard from anybody.
Yeah.
And it was, like, to her, it was, like, it opened up her eyes to what her life should be and the life she deserves to have. And he's just an angel.
They're basically each other's rock, what they have to deal with and all their ups and downs. They're both kind of dealing with their confessions and their secrets, and it's like, if it comes out, would they leave each other or could it wreck it? And it's always just like this, what is it? Well, what's going to happen? And it's just anticipation. And
no, yeah, because as you're going on in the book, you don't know what's going, like, you don't know what they have to hide. So it's kind of like they're also in the story too. Like, how bad can it be? Am I going to hate you for it?
And I had all these types of things going on. Like, what could it be? Could it be this? Could it be that? And so as this book is called Confess, the cool thing and the unique thing about this book is that confessions play a big part in their life and with his art. And the fact that they're real confessions was like
confessions. And Nicole had the book before I did, and then Nicole told me, you know, heads up, all the confessions in the book are from actual people.
And it's insane.
And I was just like, wow. There were some where it was just, you know, just a normal, small type of thing that just a person keeps to themselves, and then it, you know, gets to something drastic. And it's like, you know, there was this one specific one we're not going to say where I, like, had to, like, pause.
Yeah. It was just like,
wow. I'm like, that was pretty
deep.
Pretty real.
Yeah.
And
I think it's such a unique and different book, and it's not comparable to a lot of them. I feel like without the whole confess thing, it would not be what it is. Like, that is just like, that's like the main character.
Yeah.
These confessions.
Yeah, it's its own character, and because of these confessions, it just, everything else just starts happening because of them.
Yeah. Only complaint, and it's not obviously anyone's fault, but our arc did not have the paintings. So it was so hard to, like, they were like in my brain, like trying to see them, but that shows that I have to reread it.
Yeah.
And see the paintings.
We definitely will, because I kind of feel like his art is such a big part of who he is and the whole point of the book that if I just had seen it, I think I would have, you know, had more of, like, just to be able to see it.
Yeah, it was huge.
Would have helped. I mean, I could, like, think of it in my head, but, like, how they would describe it, I would be, like, dying.
And it's colorful. And
I'm like, I need to see his paintings.
Yeah, so
like,
definitely, you guys are blessed to read it for the first time. With the paintings. But honestly, I'm so excited to read this book again. Like, once I was done, I honestly did not want it to end. I kind of was like, okay, it's done. Let's go back and read it again. Yeah. And I was just like, please, no.
Yeah, I am extremely happy because there are not a lot of books that I would ever open again. And it isn't because they're bad, it's because I'm
done with it.
I can't, you know, I experienced it, and there are certain stories a person can only handle it just once. But this is a book where I'm always gonna go back because I was so happy.
Yeah.
Like, it's the type of book where it just made me feel like calm. Well, I mean, besides with all the ups and downs, and it was over, I was like calm and I was crying to myself because it was over.
Once again, Colleen Hoover has not disappointed us. Everything just kind of flowed, and everything was so effortlessly. Everything came together at the end so well, and everything just flowed. And by the end, I was like, my face was in a pillow.
Yeah.
Sobbing because it was like 5 a.m. and I was just crying my eyes out. It was mixture of so many like I don't know what I felt at the end.
I kind of felt everything.
As you do with every Colleen Hoover book.
Yeah, and I honestly think with each book she comes out with, it just gets better.
It wasn't a pretty sight at the end. I was just like snotting.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wrote like when I was on like snot fest. That is how I describe the ending. Snot fest. And speaking of the end, I remember going back to it like back and forth. Like I kept having to reread it because I didn't know what the hell I was reading. It was between the tears in my eyes and between it being done. Once it said acknowledgements, I'm like, no, go back now.
I was like,
you're not over.
Done. Overall, I am not disappointed at all.
Nope.
At this book, it has been talked about for a long time. It's been
so
highly anticipated, and I was actually kind of scared because every time I get all this anticipation, and it is Colleen, so I kind of I have an idea of what she is capable of.
But sometimes she still kind of surprises you.
She surprises me again, and I was so happy with all the characters. It isn't even only the main characters, all the like side characters, all those extra characters that make up the story. Yeah. They all had these big personalities, and they all played a very important part in the book. I also love how the characters, they developed so much.
Guys, I would just, if you have not read Colleen yet, like, where the hell have you been?
I would start
this was
with
a great
Confess.
First book, yes.
I would start with Confess.
We always say hopeless, but I think this is a good, like...
It's a good, like, to, like, get into
Colleen's writing.
like, head,
yeah.
you know? It's a good, like... Yeah. To kind of understand who she is as an author and all the insanity that is in her mind. I don't know what...
It's a great first Colleen Hoover book. So, honestly, I recommend it.
Highly recommend it.
Five
if I could give it 20 stars, 30, 50, 100 stars, I would. Like, it's on top of the list. I can't find anything bad with it.
Absolutely not.
The dialogue was my favorite. I love the dialogue. Didn't Colleen say on Facebook one time that she kind of doesn't like...
Her dialogue.
Yeah, her dialogue. Colleen, this dialogue was perfect. This
From
dialogue...
the start, when they first met, I was in...
The whole interaction, it was constant talking back and forth, and the dialogue was on point, perfect.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I loved everything about it. Nothing negative to say. Yeah, guys, I want you guys to read it so bad.
I hope everyone who picks it up enjoys it. Tell us down below if you guys picked it up and what you guys thought.
So what we wanted to do is something fun. Doesn't have to be anything dramatic or serious.
No, something, you know.
Fun. In honor of the book, Confess, we want you guys to, down below, put down your confessions. Someone that maybe you don't tell a lot of people. So do you want to go with your confession or should I start mine?
You could do yours.
Because I just told her this off camera. If only I got her reaction.
I haven't ever heard of this before. Like, I've known Nicole since a child, and I'm just finding this out. It was funny.
So, when I get blood tests, right, like, I've been known to... Like, I've been known, like, not to sound gross, but I've been known to, like, kind of throw up a little bit and get, like, nauseous and, like, borderline pass out. So, what I do, like, in my head, like, Wild, hey, you're the guy.
Okay.
In my head, like, I sing Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. I get to get in my head, I'm like, oops, I did it again.
Okay, I have a question. Of all the songs you could have picked...
I don't know. It happened one time.
Why is it that
And then I kept I don't know. It's just like a calming, like...
What I confess is to all of you guys is that I smoke cigarettes. Bad habit I picked up when I was like 16, 17. And very bad habit. I suggest nobody do it. Say no. Obviously, Nicole knows, and all the people that are close to me know, but you guys don't know.
So down below, as a fun thing, put down your confessions, or on Instagram and Twitter, and put down your hashtag confess, whatever, and write down your confessions.
Not right.
Yeah, that's all for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. And you guys pick up Confess in stores now. Kindle, all the links are down below.
iBooks and
Kindle,
everywhere. It's everywhere.
Target normally has.
There's no excuse to not have this.
Seriously,
book.
it's like
no
the book of the winter/spring. So pick it up, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Bye, guys.